everyone. Hello everyone. Welcome to this stream, I guess. What a week. This has been the worst week of this year so far. I'm over it. Monday sucked because my Google Fiber was off and my cousin was lazy to pay it, no offense to him, because he was too busy spending time with his friend. I had nothing to do. I was mad. I didn't know what to do. There was like nothing to do around. I had no motivation in doing other things that doesn't require Wi-Fi because I was too depressed. I could tell 2026 is going to be a shitty year. How many bad years do we even need? I thought the 2010s was bad, but I actually take back what I said about the 2010s. 2010s wasn't as bad as the 2020s. And honestly, if I were to predict the 2030s will be much worse. First, Maduro has been captured, which I'm not surprised because he screwed up the economy in Venezuela. That's what he gets. I mean, hopefully a better president of Venezuela would fix the country, so there wouldn't really be a need to come to my country because America's got enough problems. I know, today is Pi Day, but I don't care. I really don't give a shit about your happy whatever post. Happy Pi Day, happy Friday the 13th, who gives a shit? It's just a day. There's no need for that. Anyway, let's get on with the lesson. So, is World War III coming? Are we heading to World War III? Well, let's just read this article. As of March 2026, concerns about World War III have intensified, with polls showing that a majority in several Western nations believe a global conflict is likely within the next 5 to 10 years. Rising geopolitical tensions, including the Middle East conflicts and the Russia-Ukraine war, have fueled these fears. That is true. Key factors fueling concern. Public perception. A majority of people like the US, UK, Canada, France believe the world is becoming more dangerous and that global war is likely in the near future. Active conflicts. Ongoing crises in the Middle East, including conflicts involving Iran, Israel, and the US, are seen by experts as potential catalysts. Russian-Ukraine war. Many analysts view the war in Ukraine as if not the primary pathway to a direct confrontation between Russia and Western powers. Global tensions, increased military activity, and hardening alliances, including tensions in the Pacific, have created an unstable international environment, as noted in this YouTube video and Wikipedia. Not interested. Preventative efforts. Whilst tensions are high, many diplomats and leaders continue to work towards preventing a major global conflict. Historical precedent shows that the path to war is not inevitable, and proactive diplomatic, economic, and strategic measures can reduce the likelihood of escalations. Predicting future events like a World War III is impossible. The situation is highly dynamic and depends on the actions of world leaders and the efficacy of diplomatic efforts. I mean, Biden nearly started World War III because I feel like the Democrats are warmongers. Woodrow Wilson was a Democrat and he was responsible for World War I. And Franklin D. Roosevelt started World War II, and they're both Democrats. You see that? I'm neither Democrat nor Republican. They're both assholes. And you know what really grinds my gears? People blaming Trump for everything, especially like healthcare, whatever, Social Security. It really grinds my gears. I mean, Trump is like neither a hero nor a villain. He's probably an anti-hero. I mean, no president is perfect. When was the last time we had a perfect president? Never. And you think Trump is worse? Get a load of James Buchanan. Why is James Buchanan so bad? Well, let's look up the reason. James Buchanan is widely regarded as one of the worst U.S. presidents because of his passive leadership and pro-Southern sympathies directly contributed to the outbreak of the Civil War as a doughface. A Northerner with Southern sympathies, he failed to stop Southern secession. I don't fucking know, I have dyslexia. Actively supported the expansion of slavery and left the nation's gravest crisis for his successor, Abraham Lincoln. His legacy of hatred stems from several critical failures. Passive response to secession. During the secession winter of 1860 to 1861, as 7 states left the Union, Buchanan argued that secession was illegal, but simultaneously claimed he had no constitutional power to stop it. Support for the Dred Scott decision. Before taking office, he inappropriately pressured Supreme Court justices to rule against Dred Scott, hoping the ruling would settle the slavery issue permanently, which instead intensified sectional conflict. Pro-slavery alignment. He supported the pro-slavery Lecompton Constitution in Kansas, which caused a massive rift in his own Democratic Party and alienated the North. Cabinet corruption. His administration was plagued by scandals, including cabinet members aiding Southern secession and embezzling funds. Ineffective leadership. Rather than addressing the crisis, he expressed relief when leaving office, stating to Abraham Lincoln that if he was as happy entering the White House as he was leaving it, he was a happy man. Ultimately, Buchanan is viewed as a president who did not take action to save the Union when he had the chance, earning him his reputation as a traitor to many. So he committed treason. That's why James Buchanan was the worst president. He committed treason. Ha! You see that, Spencer Carter? You think Trump is the worst president? James Buchanan is the worst president, you fat, bald loser! You're 40 years old and you act like a 2-year-old. He's a crook. Yeah, he is. He is a crook. Like Richard Nixon or a tricky dick sucker. Yeah, it's no wonder no one can name their child Dick anymore. Because dick is another term for a penis. And it's no surprise old school Degrassian is calling Spencer Carter out. I'm not even surprised one bit. Yep, called him out. Saying, old school Degrassi is at it again with the misinformation. SMH. Frances Berwick isn't a news anchor. She's a disgraced TV executive. I never heard of her, really. Misinforming people? Bruh, he's just giving criticism. Your ignorance and immaturity is an embarrassment to the internet, Spencer Carter. Learn to deal, you fat, bald loser. So how do you think World War III would happen? Well, here are the circumstances. Israel versus Palestine. Israel and USA versus Iran. Russia versus Ukraine. That does feel like World War III. I dislike Spencer. We all do, because he's a man-child. He's 40 years old, yet he acts like a 2-year-old. And not to mention, this will be the last stream for before spring equinox. I don't like Spencer either. We all don't. Oh, and hey, Ernesto. We all don't like Spencer Carter, because he is literally a man-child. What a week it's been. It's been a rough week for me. I don't even know if next week is going to be better. In fact, I don't even know if this year's going to be better, the rest of it. And yes, I will do a stream on St. Patrick's Day, pointing out that it's not racist, because ginger's not a race. Race means skin color, or partially national origin. Ginger or redheaded people is a hair color. How stupid can Coppercap be? If Coppercap does a stream on that, I will call him out on it. On stream. And point how stupid he can be. My birthday's in 48 hours. Well, happy early birthday. 48 hours is 2 days, so happy early birthday. I might do a St. Patrick's Day pick. Of course, it'll probably be either an abstract or featuring my OCs. I don't know. It depends on what I have to do. And this week, I have made a new rule. I have made a new rule where I ban AI-generated content from my server, my kingdom. The reason why, because I've fucking had it with AI. I've had it with the shit. I celebrate Zebu's birthday. Amazing. It was a good birthday. I'll bet she has a good birthday. World War II started because Nazi Germany, wanting to take over as much of Europe as possible, invaded Poland alongside Russia. If World War III were to start, I think it would most likely be because of Taiwan. I mean, isn't Taiwan a country? Isn't Taiwan independent? By the way, I love your new rule on your server. Thank you. I'm glad to implement that. Because fuck AI generated content. It's not talent, it's laziness. And fuck Dinky Arts too. He is talentless, of course, let alone the fact that he has a fucked up fatty fetish. Who'd want to work with a person with a fatty fetish? AI can be useful for steps. Well, some things, but not art and voices. Like that piece of shit Dinky Arts does. So, this is their frequently asked questions. I will only show this one time. I'm not going to repeat myself. Give me a minute. Pulling it up. So, frequently asked questions. Why are you using AI voices for the characters? Hiring actual voice actors is very expensive and nearly worthless, even if there are some from the casting call club. Here are my pet peeves with them. 1. They may not get the voice lines done, even by a specified deadline. 2. The inflections may not fit with the dialogue as expected. I feel like they would just read the given lines like a book, rather than expressing the mandatory emotions. You're partially right about that, but at least I hire good actors to get people to voice my media. Even I can hire better actors. And plus, I even still have some that to voice my media since like 2017. Benjamin has currently been voicing my media the longest. And 3, little to no one would be interested in auditioning for the desired role. Not even me. I wouldn't go in that piece of shit. The usage of AI applies to music, sound effects, and more. AI may be expensive to run, but it's the only way to go for an individual who can't afford to hire professional musicians, voice actors, etc. This is not a means to replace human creativity as most people make it out to be. Of course you can't afford it. Get a job. If this economy would get better. At least someone's helping me to get a job. I've been doing lessons last week and then this week. And plus, here's a correction. Here's a twist. He uses AI for the music because it is too time consuming and it would waste time, so that way he would get more time jacking off to his own characters. Why do some of the characters have big bellies? Oh, this should be a good one. Feels too much of a long story to give a definitive answer, though there is one applicable reason. To attract not only the furry community, but those who enjoy kinks such as WWIII predominantly. I don't enjoy it. I'm not turned on in the slightest. And besides, I don't get what's so sexual about it. Along with feet art. I don't enjoy feet art because it's disgusting, disgraceful, and despicable. I don't kink shame, but I'm done. I'm taking the gloves off. Because people are assholes. And here's a moral, here's a lesson. Do not be a fake company. Dinky has a fucked up poop fetish and fart fetish. Are you sure about poop fetish and fart fetish? Because I don't know about that. I'd rather work alone. I'd rather do my own thing. I'd rather stick with being indie rather than forming a fake company like they did. This decade is fucking atrocious. I almost wouldn't mind dying sometime next year after I see Star Wars because they're only going to get worse in the late 2020s. It really sucks that we can't go back to 2019 or earlier. Also, fuck AI. You're not wrong about that. I wish time travel was invented, because if it was, we would go back to 2020 and prevent COVID-19 from happening. And let alone I would go back to the beginning of 2022 to vaccinate my grandfather. And, plus, save my father as well. Go back to 2023 and save my father, turn him away from alcohol. Because that's what killed him. Part of the problem with the monotone acting is that he isn't attempting to give any kind of direction explaining how he wants the lines read. Dinky and Mark Roma have a fucked up poop fetish. You already said that. I don't think they do. Dinky's such a loser. He is! He's a piece of shit. To be frank, it's not really shaming to say you don't like a thing. Are you sure? Oh, and fart fetish making me feel disgusted, like Sheldon Donner. His jokes are not even that funny. And besides, I'm not even surprised people are breaking ties with Sheldon Donner after he admitted raping a 16-year-old in high school. Don't censor me. 2019, I was maturing. I was 17 in 2019. In 2017, 2018, I was immature. We all were immature. I was immature in 2016. We all were. We all cringe at our old past. But that may be an understatement. DLE showed me fatty stuff back in November 2018. And then in December, he got his Furfinity exposed. And then he turned away from Furfinity. I'm not even surprised. I'm not even surprised about that. And besides, how the fuck does Dinky Arts even have 541 watchers? I feel like he could be watchbotting, or something akin to the GoAnimate community. What I'm saying about the GoAnimate community is, like, of course, people make grounded videos and other GoAnimate cliches. They get praised for no goddamn reason because people have formed an opinion without going through the appropriate steps. Yeah, but China wants to take Taiwan, and they have been wanting to since the Maoists took over the People's Republic of China. Democracy will die. I will live to see democracy fall. Besides, the United States was a constitutional republic. It was always a republic. In the 2016 to 2017 school year, I used to cuss out teachers. Well, I seen students like that when I was in 9th grade. I had crazy kids. Let alone the fact that I saw a student punch his teacher. I'm not joking. And whenever I rode the school bus, of course, kids would just start fights. Going to Vimeo, and of course, Cloudflare. I fucking hate you, Cloudflare! You can suck my fat one, Cloudflare. What are you thinking? You think I'm stupid? See if I can find it. Okay, screen capture. Of course, this was recorded by me secretly. This is not scripted. This is real. The footage is 100% real. I marked it as mature because it contained profanity. This was from 2017.
Quit spitting.
Give me a minute. Gotta run. Suck a dick. Of course, I was recording with a tablet I had, so that way people wouldn't notice I'm actually filming. I would just be playing a game, you know?
What are you doing? Jesus Christ, man!
And of course, that kid just swiped down my tablet on the ground.
What is wrong with you? I'm not filming, I'm just...
Yeah, why are you filming, you piece of shit?
He just called me a piece of shit. Wow.
Watch your mouth!
You're a piece of shit, you know that?
Wow. Where's the best part?
Well, so do I!
Hey.
Where can I find the best part?
Stop filming me! Back there, I saw that fucker filming me, so I came up here, and I didn't want him to film me.
Believe it or not, that kid was younger than me. That kid was younger than me. I was in 9th grade at the time, and he was in 7th grade. That kid was like savage. Like, whenever he gets sent out of the hall, he would just bang the door, punch the door, and flip the bird. Who is that kid? I'd rather not say due to personal reasons. But yeah, that was from 2017, August. I was 15 years old at that time. But wow. Kids would just love starting fights on the school bus. And of course, I nearly got caught filming. But luckily, I didn't. I nearly got caught filming. I nearly had my tablet confiscated. Committing battery won't make someone not film you. Battery? How do you commit battery? Place batteries in? The reason I uploaded it on Vimeo because YouTube was strict, of course. Because YouTube is just going nuts and decided to take it down. It wasn't meant to harass anyone, idiots. Why was the kid getting angry on the bus? I have no idea. Because some kids were savage. They would just like starting fights. Of course. And whenever like a fight starts, I pull up my tablet and film the action for evidence. Because I find it entertaining. This is not scripted. It's real. It is 100% real. Not scripted. In order to wish Zebu a happy birthday on this stream, even though it was yesterday, I'll show y'all a picture. Just a minute. Oh, bitch. So this is a fan art, gift art I've done for Zebu or Kayla. I drew this myself. Of course, this is Zebu receiving a belly rub from Lord Alex because I do have a kink of her chubby belly. She loves belly rubs. Yep, she loves it. She is a cheetah, jaguar, leopard hybrid. Yeah. But this is way better than Dinky Arts. The way I draw fat characters, way better than Dinky Arts because they're like fucking pear-shaped, light bulb formed. The way he does them. Besides, Dan sucks. DLE sucks at doing fat characters. He sucks at everything, pretty much. How long has the stream been? Oh yeah, 33 minutes. Well, I guess I better rock out the stream. So, we don't even need World War III. Because the Iran war has to stop. Because those terrorists better leave us alone. Anyways, I'll see y'all next time. I'll see y'all in the next stream for St. Patrick's Day.